Well, good afternoon, AVBS. Today's Tuesday, so I'm bringing you another video. Today, I decided to take what I did on Saturday with the ECBP C925 and compare it to C924 because I still had a bottle of it here at the house. So I wanted to taste both of them together, kind of see the differences and ultimately which one I like better. Between the both of them, the C924 is actually an 11-year-old, but it does also come in at that 129 proof, whereas the C925 is 9 years and 1 month and comes in at that 129. So they're both the same proof, but basically a 2-year aging difference. So it'll be interesting to see what differences I see between the two, being one came out a year later and that they were in the barrel for 2 years difference. With that, we'll go ahead and start on my left with the C924. And again, 11 years old, 129 proof. Definitely get brown sugar, some cinnamon, get a little bit of that oak on the nose. Maybe a little bit of baking spice even on the nose. Alright, let's go in and taste it. So this one actually drinks hotter than the C925 did the other day. I get that proof a lot quicker as I drink it. On the taste, that cinnamon caramel comes in now. A little bit of that almost like bready flavor as well. Something almost like a baked bread or something. And then definitely tobacco on the back end. Definitely get a lot of tobacco taste on the back end as it goes down. And then a slight bit of vanilla. So with this one, because it does drink hotter, great pour, but because it does drink hot, it is not as good tasting to me. Not something that I'm going to sit and drink, probably more than one as I sit down with it. Very good still. Like I've said in my other video, I do like these ECBPs. I would tend to buy it regardless of what people say. But again, this is good. It has a good brown sugar cinnamon taste, but we'll see how it compares now as I go back to the C925. Again, C925, this one is actually 9 years old, and that 129 proof. Okay, so this one still get some of that brown sugar. I get more vanilla on the nose. Maybe even like a light fruit, maybe an apple. This nose doesn't punch you in the face as much as the C924 does on the nose. Not that that's a bad thing for the C924, but this is a little bit easier on the nose. So let's go ahead and try it. Again, same proof, and I think I said in my other video, but it doesn't really hit you right away. I definitely feel it a little bit more as it goes down. But it's amazing how it's the exact same proof, and the C924 hits harder on the proof than the C925 does. A little bit easier to drink. It doesn't hit you as hard. The nose, like I said, that apple brown sugar, that vanilla, and then on the taste, that cinnamon comes back in again. So very similar tastes on both of them, whether the nose and the taste. But this one's a little bit more approachable, definitely to drink, than the C924 was. And then on the back end, I get more oak, almost like a leathery taste. A little bit of that brown sugar. Again, very good. Both of these are very good. And it's funny, from what I remember reading and seeing on some of the videos, I think more people would tend to go to the C924 than they would the C925. Both I can drink no matter what, but if you're not a big fan of tasting that proof as you drink, the C924 is probably not the best for you. Whereas the C925, easy to drink, even though it's the same proof. It doesn't go as hard as the C924. Comparison going back and forth between them, again, I would probably reach for the C925 before I would the C924 if I just wanted to have a nice easy drink. If I wanted, something have a little bit more taste, a little bit more punch, I'm going to reach for the C925. Sit back on my bar, easily drink one or the other no matter what. But again, if that punch you in the face proof, some of those bold flavors, you're not a fan of, C925 is not for you. If you want a little bit of a lighter note, taste, proof, even though it's the same proof, go for the C925. Again, great pours, and look to see another video this Friday. I'll do a fresh crack. I wrote down all the ones that I haven't cracked yet. I have quite the list, so it'll be interested to see which one I decide. If you have any ideas, or if you want to see if there's something I have that maybe I haven't cracked yet, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And if it's something that I do have, or at least that brand, whether it's Elijah Craig or something from Buffalo Trace, or whatever the case may be, if there's something you want to see, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll see if I have it. I'll do a fresh crack. Other than that, have a great Tuesday, and remember, toast to valor, savor the spirit. Thanks.